We've just left the Yukon River Camp and we are on our way to Fairbanks. We've forgotten what to do in traffic. Just arrived in Fairbanks. We've just unloaded the bike. Look. I mean, for goodness sakes. That is ridiculous. Anyway, onwards.
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 We're going to go onwards to a pub.
We are going to go and find a beer.
There's a definite theme here, have you noticed?
It's the first question we ask wherever we go.
It's not terribly exhausting.
Yet.
So we are now in Fairbanks, which is, we're heading south and we're going towards Canada, and
Not right this second.
and we're in Fairbanks, and apparently there's 31,000 people that live here.
We don't know where they all are.
We've only seen about 7.
That's so strange. We're trying to find somewhere to eat because we left, where did we leave? Yukon River this morning. Didn't have anything there, so
It's getting
now
increasingly
3:30.
difficult to work out where the hell we were and where we're going.
Anyway, we probably need to find something to eat because we're both getting a little bit grumpy, hungry. There were a lot of breweries here. It's funny, we spent a few days being so out in the wilderness, quite vulnerable, thinking we should get back into the city, and now we're here. Maybe they've got it right out there after all. No helmets required here.
Yeah, more sense it seems. Oh, didn't realise you were recording.
We've just had some food
And beers.
and beers, and it is boiling hot, and we've come out of this really dark hovel where we've had food and a couple
Strip
of
club.
It's not a strip club, and a couple of glasses of wine / beers, and now we're going to walk back to the hotel, and it doesn't feel like it should be this time of night. It feels like it should be 2 o'clock in the morning, but actually it's 5 to 6.
Yes. How sad are we?
It's not going well. We're just about to head off from Fairbanks to somewhere called Tatogga, but as you can see, the bike has taken a bit of a hit from the Dalton highway, and all of this is just like solidified. Look at the number plate. So we're at the car wash or jet wash, and we're going to give it a bit of a blast before we head off, if Tim can figure out how to pay. But we could be here a while. There it is, it's come up, I think. So we've had to take my bag out because the pannier that I use has developed a leak. Would you believe? I mean, of all the times. So yes, my bag gets wet, so we've got plastic bags at the bottom because otherwise it's got a little pool of water. So while Tim's doing this, I've got the important job of going to Starbucks and getting him a coffee.
Hello, bike.
We had a brief pit stop in Fairbanks, and now we're on our way to Tatogga. It's weird, we're on like tarmac roads and we've just been in a city. We're overtaking these humongous lorries that seem to go on forever. And it's weird being back in civilization. little home for today. It's quite sweet.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
Smells a bit funny, but that's okay. Little bathroom. Cabin in the woods. Okay. So it's just before 8 o'clock in the morning and we're just up getting ready to leave. We're heading for the Canadian border. We're heading for a town called Chicken. Apparently there's a big music festival there, so the traffic is going to be quite bad. And then we are heading to Dawson City and we're going to cross the Canadian border. So it will be our first border crossing. We're not quite sure what to expect, but hopefully it will go smoothly. And they will check us out of the US so that the time on our visa stops until we come back in again. Hello, good morning. We're off.
So I find this road a bit more difficult than the Dawson Highway. It's the surface is horrible. It's kind of rock hard, and then there's like tiny bits of gravel and dust on the top, and it's really slippery, and it's a sheer drop on the right hand side, and also the camber of the road, it just makes you feel like you're going to slide off. It's horrible.
We've just stopped for a bit of a rest in Chicken, where the population is 12. I'm not sure that sign is entirely true. 12. Oh, poor Tim, that was a hard road. I thought we were back on the Dalton Highway then for a minute. And apparently that's the easy bit. So we're heading for the Canadian border on the top of the World Highway, and it is pretty high. The views are absolutely stunning. The road surface, not so much really, quite bumpy. So first border crossing, we're a bit anxious about it. Don't really know what to expect because I think it's just going to be a crossing in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so we're in Canada. As expected, all they wanted to know is if we were bringing stuff in, which we're not. Talked about how long we could stay there. We made sure we got our passport stamped because we've got a long stay US visa and we wanted to prove that we were not in the US. And that's it. Back to the dust. We're going to have to get used to the different measurements now and the different exchange rate. I think Canada is roughly 2 to 1. And I think I just saw a sign to say that they use kilometres instead of miles. Blimey. Going a long way up here with 4,200 feet. Right, with a bit of luck there should be a little ferry here. Hopefully it's running, because we've got to cross that river. That's the only way across. And if it's not running, I dread to think what we've got to do. So I really wouldn't want to go back over that road. That's horrible. Can't see it. There's the mighty Yukon. That must be the ferry straight over there. God, look at the current. Well, there's some cars over there, so I can only assume it's running. Like I say, there's no other way across. Anyway, we're going to stop now and get off.
We dumped our stuff, sorry, before I did our little roomy home filming for tonight. Big single beds tonight, I think. They're quite small, little doubles. And we're right near the laundry too. Excellent. And the bins. Perfect. So we've arrived in Dawson City. How many miles?
It was 180 miles, 180 grueling miles.
Yeah, we thought we were all done with the Dalton Highway, but the road here, which is called the Top of the Road World.
No, it's not. It's called the Top of the World Road.
Same thing. It's just as bad, and it's taken us 5 hours. So we're hot, dusty,
And just a little bit irritable.
Yep. Well, we haven't eaten at all today, and it's 3:30.
But anyway, this place is like going back in time, back to the 1890s, Wild West. You really could expect to see John Wayne just staggering around the corner with his 6-shooter at any moment.
Speaking of John Wayne walks. I'm a little bit worried about Tim. I mean, he's not feeling brilliant, and he doesn't really seem to be getting any better. In fact, he just seems to be getting worse and worse, to be honest. Maybe there's a doctor here. Their bikes look very clean. Is it though? I'm not sure. This is like the Wild West. It is so dusty. I am part woman and part dust. So we walked by a hospital that had a walk-in clinic, and yeah, persuaded Tim that we really needed to go in and see if we could get an appointment. Unfortunately, we were a little bit late. We were there at about 5:15 and they closed at 5. Post 5 o'clock, it was something like an $800 charge or something. So we're leaving for Whitehorse tomorrow, and that is where we're going to go and see a doctor. Sourdough bread, apparently. Don't judge the butter, by the way. Does that look like sourdough to you? I don't think so. It doesn't look like the sourdough I get from the Co-op or Gales. It just looks like weird, airy plastic bread. Anyway, some Marmite, some peanut butter. Tim feels really rough. He's in the shower, and the box is our leftover dinner. So we might have that later because it's only 10 to 7. I tell you, it's a glamorous life. We just stopped for a cup of tea. We've been on the road for about 5 hours. And we are here. Tim's just chatting to some other bikers. And I'm just going to go in here and see if they mind if I show you their cinnamon rolls, which are the biggest things I've ever seen in my life. Oh look, there's no one in here. Look at these for cinnamon rolls. How many calories do you think there'd be? Look at the size of them. Cookies, muffins, but these, I don't even know if you can see how big they are. They're like the size of a wheel. Anyway, we're about maybe an hour outside of Whitehorse. The sun's just come out, so I'll take some footage on the way down. Not that he's tired or anything, but he's being a little bit stubborn about going to the doctors and keeps telling me that he's sure it'll be fine, but I honestly don't think it will be. I think he needs some antibiotics. And as if to prove my point, the minute we stopped, he just lay down and went fast asleep. I was on bear watch. Here we are in Whitehorse for 2 nights. We thought we deserved a 2-night treat, and this is gone already. This is our room. It's massive, isn't it? Slightly strange, but massive. We've got a fridge, we put the milk in it, and a microwave, and our own bathroom. Oh, and a hairdryer. And a mirror. I don't know if I want to look in that. We've been deprived of hairdryers and mirrors for several days. Our time in Whitehorse was spent looking for a doctor, which was a little bit tricky because we haven't got US medical insurance, but we do have travel insurance, and going to various pharmacies. Big shout out to the really great Dr. Saeed, who was so kind and so helpful to us. Tim's throat infection turned out has infected all of his glands. He had a lump the size of a golf ball on his neck. We went and got into some antibiotics. The doctor gave us double doses, so hopefully that will kick in soon and Tim will start to feel a bit better. So we're in Nugget City. It's basically a petrol station. We seem to be having a little penchant for petrol stations, and then they've got these little cabins. Aren't they sweet? along the main road, but that's okay.
And the first British couple on a British bike that we've seen.
Yes, same as ours. And this is our cabin for the night. We can't have any food or drink outside because of the bears. We saw our first bear today. It's quite exciting. Oh, that's quite cute. Own bathroom. Okay, good. It's very warm in here. So we've stopped just for a really quick snack at Jade City. Again, like Nugget City, I feel city is probably not quite the right word. But anyway, I didn't think they mind jade here, but they must do. I've seen loads and loads of it. So I'm going to go in and find out. Look at that, and there's the jade in its natural form. I love jade. I don't know, that just looks more like granite to me. I need Tim really, but he's just having a little rest. So we're leaving Nugget City and we are heading on our way to Tatogga, where we have booked 2 nights because Tim really needs a rest. I think we both need a bit of a rest and to slow down a bit. The journey's all right, apart from these metal bridges of doom, which are really hard to ride on. So it's been about a 5-hour trip again, and we're here for 2 nights. Tatogga Lake Resort. I've been manifesting a beautiful shower, hot shower, and just nice things. Not luxury, just nice. And this is it. And quite honestly, I could cry. I came down here to see this, to maybe find a redeeming feature of our next 2 nights. And that is certainly beautiful. However, this is not so much. I mean, it's only just sort of down a driveway from our room. But it's pretty derelict. And a little bit creepy. And yeah, I'm really hoping that Tim's antibiotics kick in tomorrow and the weather stays fine, and maybe we can go out for a bit of a walk or something. But if not, I don't know. I've run out of things to say, to be honest. Salisbury steak is the, what would you call it? Salisbury steak is the dish of choice everywhere we've been. So we decided just to do our own thing tonight. So Tim's had mosquitoes and Guinness and a tin of beef soup. How was it?
Moving on.
I couldn't even eat my soup, to be fair. It's all tipped down the bath, so which now looks like I've murdered somebody
We're
in
now
it.
dinner for mozzies.
Right, so you've got to dash in quick. I had a bit of a sense of humour failure in Tatogga. It wasn't the worst place we'd ever stayed, but it was filthy, and I think it all just got a bit much for me. And we left, actually. We spent one night there and we left. We found somewhere else to stay that looked a good deal nicer, which is what we both needed, about an hour away. The ride, as it turned out, was beautiful, and we stopped to do a little bit of dronage. Sadly, that was the last time we saw Droney. Droney disappeared into the woods somewhere. Gone forever. R.I.P. Droney. Oh dear, sad times. Well, we're heading off to the next stop. We're there for 2 nights, and 2 nights is a bit of a treat. So we've got everything crossed that this next 2-night stop is going to be lovely. Tim's putting a bit of air back in the tyres because it's all road now, so we need a bit more support with the tyres rather than all the off-road stuff. At home, bikes nod to each other when they go past. Here, they sort of wave with one hand. That's what I'm doing because Tim can't be bothered. So I'm sitting there looking a bit like the Queen, should she ever go on a bike. It looks ridiculous. I might stop doing that.
So, by way of a quick update, I just wanted to let you know that I am almost normal.
That's debatable.
Yes. It's going to take more than antibiotics to make me normal, but I've had a double dose and I am now well on the road to recovery, and whatever I had is now firmly in the rearview mirror. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know.
And on another note, a bigger thank you to everybody who has texted us, WhatsApped us, emailed us, put comments on YouTube. I can't tell you how much it means to us. Loads. It makes us feel connected, it makes us feel supported, it makes us feel involved with you and you with us, and we love it. We get up every morning, we're like, who have you heard from, who's watched it, who's commented. We love it. Thank you, because I know it takes time and you're all busy.
Yeah, no, it's good. It really does make a difference, and you know, we're a long way from home, and just reading that stuff just inspires us to go to the next stop. And yeah, it's not easy what we're doing, and we've had a bit of a ropey week this week, but anyway, I'm on the mend, and
I've got my sense of humour back.
Yeah,
Just still touch and go. But thank you.
Thank you.